Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fandom 3. I should probably actually say the Fandom Flux podcast. That's
Yeah.
the full
Brandon.
name, by the way. I've actually been abbreviating this whole time. It's actually a really long and complicated title. Hard to spell as well, so we just go with the abbreviation. I'm Casey. How's it going? We've got Kenchi.
Hi, I'm Kenshi618, the man with the 20-inch arms.
That seems
Oddly
unhealthy.
specific.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure there are other people that have.
I don't
Zero.
care. We're going with right now. I'm proud.
Zero.
Hi. How you guys doing? I'm doing okay.
Cool. Slicer is here, kind of,
Hey, what's up?
and
My mic's
quiet
kind of screwy still.
again. It's always fun playing with Slicer's volume level.
Uh,
And patient.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
So, hi,
Now,
patient.
why not keep doing that, Casey? It would be fun.
It would be rather amusing to do that for the entire episode. You're not wrong. But it'd also be pretty tiring, and my throat's not the greatest today. So, it's a little less patient and more, I don't know, what's the name of the horror guy? I forget what is. Vincent Price, that was it. It's a little more that. So,
Ooh, quite.
Yeah, you sounded like you were about to talk me through Monster Mash.
yeah. Oh, yeah, or, oh god, what was his name? I'm forgetting all the names. Boris something. Boris Karloff, that was it. That's the guy that he was doing an impression of in the Monster Mash. Yeah. I'm here. Yeah, I can't remember the names. That's a good title. We'll see whether that remains the best title. I don't got much. I'll go first. And then, for a change up, we'll have Patient go next. Yeah. Patient, get your shit together for when you do the talking.
Cheers.
So, what have I done this week? I, Buy Fresh on the Discord recommended Gravekeeper as like Stardew Valley, but goth, basically. Which somewhat it is, except you can't, bang all the girls on the village. You can't do that, which is unfortunate, but fine. It's not that kind of game either. So it's another management game where you run a graveyard and you have to inter corpses and make the graves look nice so that the local bishop doesn't get mad at you. And you can do the mining thing and the fighting monsters thing, and there are little subplots about like the Inquisition of burning witches because it's like a medieval era thing. Well, actually, witch trials weren't actually in the medieval era; they were sort of in the late Romantic period. It's not important. Yeah, so that's going on. You can decide how to deal with that, whether you make friends with the Inquisitor or just sort of, I'm not really gonna fight you because that's like the law and shit, but we're not friends. Cool? Cool. Yeah. So, it's pretty interesting. I think the game has kind of a bad rap because of being in like playable in alpha. I don't know whether they were officially early access, but it was a thing, and supposedly there was some content that was locked off before they went into full release, and it wasn't what people thought it was going to be. I guess is the implication I'm getting. And so people got mad and reviewed it badly and things, but it's fine. It's just one of those Harvest Moon style games, only with a graveyard and a goth motif instead of just happy farm times. That's pretty good.
It sounds like it. It does sound like a pretty enjoyable game.
Yeah.
Just as long as you don't have an aversion to the macabre.
Yeah, it does have a lot of macabre elements, a lot of black comedy. Like, you, as part of the interring process, you can take the corpse to the morgue and remove parts from it that.
So in short, this is Harvest Moon as told by Tim Burton.
Kind of.
I mean, you are harvesting,
I
and
mean,
there is a moon.
you can
Bodies.
harvest the meat from the corpses and then sell it to the local tavern.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, that's a thing you can do.
Oh, Sweeney Todd.
And there's
Outstanding.
a whole subplot where you have to get a royal seal of approval to make sure it's totally legitimate meat from animals. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I said macabre. You said macabre, actually. But yeah, this is that kind of game where you don't have to do that, but you can. Good source of money if you want to go that route.
This isn't Tim Burton. This is more like Stephen King.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, and there's a whole framing device about like it's an isekai, basically. It's what it is. You die going home from work or something, getting hit by a truck, in fact, even if memory serves. And you get told, hey, that sucks you died. Go to this medieval place and be a gravekeeper. And stuff will happen, probably. And that's the framing device. And it's not great. But, it works. So that's a game I played a bit of this week. That was pretty fun. Byfresh is very into it. So if you want some tips and tricks, you can go to him.
Buy Fresh. That's a name I haven't heard. So we totally besmirch that person's name when the Pokemon run through.
All the time he was on the podcast, but that's okay.
I know him more from all the terrible things we made that avatar do, or the terrible backstories we came up with to amuse ourselves during that playthrough. Sorry, Buy Fresh. Again,
I'm
my
not. So, yeah, that was fun. Aside from that, I did some writing. Actually did more of the whole how good do I rate on fanfiction circles thing again. I am still third place in Elder Scrolls, which is still nice, but I'm getting close to second. And the crossover that is apparently getting way more attention than any of my other stories, which kind of makes me sad, but also I'm kind of okay with it because it's getting better as a story, is closing on the top 50, which is pretty okay, I guess, considering how little attention I paid to it. So, yeah. What else did I do? Not much. I mean, me and Zero recorded more Death Parade yesterday, and then had an extensive chat about fucking Nintendo shit for some
Nintendo
reason.
and anime, and it was an extremely long conversation.
It was fun, though.
Yeah, it was great.
I almost wish I recorded it, but it's also nice to just talk with friends and not be on for them. So, yeah. It was a good time. That's pretty much all I got, really, for the time being. Aside from trying to sort out financial shit with PayPal and Patreon and all that bollocks. Oh, and your tax system, Americans, is absolute rubbish, and I don't know why you have a system where they insist that you tell them what legal specifications allow for certain tax write-offs and things like that. That is absolute insanity.
Dude, we didn't come up with it.
No, Hamilton did. That's who you blame for that shit.
Alexander Hamilton.
So you're going to be pushing away what you can never understand?
Stop.
You know what's really sad? I can't even remember whether that's a lyric from the play.
That is sad, especially considering I quoted that to you last time I brought up Hamilton. And Have you
Yes,
fallen?
that's from Uptown. It's
Sounds
quite
like
uptown. That was yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think. Fucking God. Oh. Yeah. I've forgotten
So
a lot of that
what-
play, apparently. That's fine. Yeah. That's my week, though. That's all the stuff that I got. Patient, what have you been doing this week?
Well, of what I can discuss. I head back to work tomorrow, to my chagrin. Once again, I'm going to be covering for someone else at a nearby branch. Not too much further of a drive. Just short-staffed for the time being. I have not had good luck applying for other jobs. I can be patient about it. And on another note, my church is holding classes for the young single adult ward, basically helping people figure out. The classes are focusing on managing your finances and how to start and promote your own business and how to find a better job.
Oh, that's a nice thing to have.
Yeah. They start this Thursday and I'm planning on attending them. So hopefully I'll be able to get
Fucking hell, Slicer, I swear.
Look, you just gonna have to ignore it. Like, this is all I can do to fix my mic right now.
Is there a way I can turn off notification things? I'm going to look that
Yeah.
up while
Yes.
Patient talks.
Probably should be, yeah.
Yeah, there is. Continue, patient.
where was I? Oh yeah. Just they start this Thursday. I'm honestly not sure which one I want to attend first. I mean, they're all really good options. I'm probably going to focus on just finding a better job. I still don't have enough skills that I can put on my resume to feel confident opening one yet. I mean, if I could get a job doing something like making TV tropes pages or assembling our random A list, I mean, surely somewhere there's demand for quantifying information like that. And I
There
honestly,
is. It's called data entry.
Yeah.
I'll look at that then. Thanks.
I meant to ask when my mic wasn't working at the time. What's wrong with your current job? I thought you were pretty happy at the bank.
Yeah, it's
I don't dislike it. I mean, the work itself is fine. It's just the fact that you're required to bring in new accounts for the bank every single month.
Yep, that quota thing.
Meaning that you're required to badger everyone you know, everyone you meet, every business that you can get your hands on about a bank account that's looking and comparing it to the credit union that I had before this, I can't see as anything but inferior. I don't like having to promote inferior products and just making it something that someone would focus their life on, and having that be an integral part of my work or I get fired if I can't bring in 2 new accounts every month. And if I go full-time, I've been part-time for the past few months, if I go full-time, then my quota doubles in exchange for 10 more hours of work. Not worth it.
Yeah, that was kind of my downfall when it came to sales as well. Just
We
I'm
have
a
a
good-
bit of a situation
I'm-
like that at my Walmart. I live in a very small town, and so we have a quota we have to meet for credit cards because Walmart has credit cards. And it's like there are only so many people in this town. Like there's only so many people that can get credit cards. We've kind of maxed everyone out. So yeah.
It's just, I'm not a bad salesman. My customer service skills are great. I'm pretty good at persuading and upselling customers.
You just don't want to do it like that.
And there's also the fact that it's not as simple as just convincing a customer to open a savings account from their primary account. If they don't contribute any new money, it counts for the branch, but not for me as a new account. And let's not forget, the branch I'm at has the least number of people and the highest quota in the Austin market because our manager is that outgoing with a good reputation for always getting her mark.
That's the problem with succeeding, man.
Yes, it is.
People want you to do more.
Exactly. Because you can.
Under promise and over deliver.
But if you keep over delivering, then over delivering becomes the expectation.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true. I was thinking about that as I said it.
I don't mind going above and beyond. I mind being required to go above and beyond. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So there's that. But I mean, the people are nice. And the pay is decent. And I mean, I just got a whole week off with pay. Plus, yesterday I got the day off with pay because it was Labor Day. So,
Well, that's awesome.
yeah, it's not.
Sure. So it's very confusing for me to hear you speaking well of, hey, I got a week off when we're government mandated to have 4. Yeah, sorry.
Are you? Is it every 2 weeks or every week? You only work 3 hours a week? Or 3 days?
Me? No, I wear.
Casey, I'm confused. What do you mean by that?
No, we get 4 weeks off a year, mandated by the government, at least, even for part-time.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's different in America.
Yeah, your country doesn't like people, generally.
We have to earn our PTO, and so it probably works out to about the same. You just can't take it all at once, right away.
Well, on the note, to shift what I've been doing this week to a more British note, are you familiar with this musical?
Loosely.
Name only.
The name.
My Fair Lady, starring Audrey Hepburn and Rex Harrison. Developed in 1964, we have the DVD for it. I used to watch it a lot when I was younger. Didn't understand fully everything that's going on. Came on yesterday, and they would never be able to get away with making this movie in the present day. No.
Probably not. I mean, it was made in 1913.
The sheer amount of sexism and classism and unfortunate implications that aren't dissimilar to it's
a product of its time.
Yes, it is.
And in that regard, it does have value as being representative of that era.
Indeed. Yes.
Also, I just looked up the song list and I do remember a few of the songs.
Yeah. For those of you unaware, the premise is basically, it centers around 2 people. A young woman named Eliza Doolittle, Cockney accent, wants to open a flower shop but can't because her accent makes her unsuitable, and Henry Higgins, a professor of languages, who boasts in front of her one evening that in 6 months he could change her voice so that he could pass her off as a duchess at an embassy ball. Eliza, wanting to turn her life around, takes Higgins up on this bet, which he was not altogether serious about, boasting about his skills but not offering to actually do it. But that's what the musical focuses on. Lots of good songs. And Higgins is, shall we say, condescending, to put it mildly. Overly sophisticated and not overly social. Even with his own servants in his household. I don't think I grasped all of the implications when I watched this musical before. But I mean, it's, like you said, a product of its time, and it's not a bad story, all things considered.
I can't think of it, but I'm pretty sure there is an updated thing that's of the same ilk in terms of story. But I can't remember what it was called. I'm an idiot. What am I talking about? This is practically an adaptation of Taming of the Shrew. So yeah.
So yeah. Aside from that, I've been... Oh, I had a surge of inspiration for my planned Pokemon self-insert fic. Yeah, it's making better progress. It's still in the planning stages, of course, and I'm planning on planning the whole thing out before I begin writing significantly. But it's just been sitting there. The planning doc has just been sitting there for the past several weeks, possibly the past couple of months, gathering dust, metaphorically speaking. But I finally got around to putting down some more words, and the ideas are coming for the time being. So I'm getting to plan some more out. I shared it with a couple of people on Discord, and all of them had nothing but good things to say. So I'm optimistic about it. So hoping that goes well. But it's still something that's far off in the future, until I can get around planning the whole thing. Aside from that, I finally managed to get the Platinum Trophy on Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix.
You know, I completely forgot about doing that. I'm kind of okay with that, though.
Honestly, I looked at the rarity of the trophies. Between Kingdom Hearts Re: Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix 2, Chain of Memories is the one that the Platinum Trophy is rarest of. Now, that's not really a surprise, considering the sheer tedium needed to get to level 99 with both. Yeah. And everything else. The card collecting, for instance. I didn't dislike the story. I liked the boss battles. I liked the minigames. I liked the slates.
Loxine is still best female character in that series.
Mm-hmm. Which is why it's a good thing that she's coming back in the next game.
Yee.
But apparently, Birth by Sleep, the last one on this disc, before I can say that I platinumed the entire thing, its Platinum Trophy is rarer than even Chain of Memories. So what does that say? Then again, you're playing as 3 protagonists in this one, so... Well, I have never played this game all the way through. I watched a collection of cutscenes years ago, so I know the plot, or the gist of it, at least. But after this, I can move on to the 2.8 disc collection that I got alongside this. And once that's done, I can say that I have done everything that I can in preparation for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Goodness gracious, man. That's
Dedication.
So much Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
That's like so much. God.
Well, I like to see 100% on everything that I do. Once I'm done with Kingdom Hearts, I'm going back to Crash Bandicoot. Wish me well.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll head to Spyro first. The game should be out by that time.
November.
Yeah, I'll probably be finished before then. Well, possibly. Play through Birth by Sleep 3 times, I think.
I mean, Spider-Man comes out this month.
Oh,
Spider-Man
yeah.
comes out Friday.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I may be looking forward to that game a little bit. So, anything else, Patient?
Well, let me see. No recommendations this week, unfortunately. I wish I had recommendations, but... well, actually, one comes to mind. I feel obligated to recommend it, so I'll save it for then. But aside from that, well, my workouts are still going well, as you can see.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it.
All right. Kenju.
Oh, okay. Finish it
Yes,
off.
I fixed the slices problem. Yes. Okay, that's what all the beeps were before. By the way, ladies and gentlemen. Kenju.
All right. So, let's see. Where do I start? Where do I begin? Oh yeah. So this weekend, for those of you that actually care, Spider-Man's coming out on PlayStation 4, and I'm all over that. I'm also going to be getting NBA 2K18.
Isn't it 19? 18 was
19,
last year,
yes.
and that's the one that had, hey, pay for everything.
Yeah. You think it's going to change? It's not going to change.
I didn't say it was going to change. I said that was when it would happen.
That's all 2K games.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. So yeah, I'm going to get that too. I'm much less excited about that, but I have a crew, so we need to play it. That's basketball for those of you that aren't in the know. In addition to that, it's going to be a busy weekend for me because, in addition to that, Iron Fist comes out on the 7th, and I have to watch that.
Iron Fist?
Yeah, the Marvel. On
The
Netflix.
comic?
Netflix.
I thought that already came out. Or do you
There's
mean,
an
like, the second
Iron
season?
Fist
There's a
Netflix
season.
show?
Yeah. Wait, are you
Huh.
serious? You're not serious, right?
Wow.
I'm more curious why you're excited about that.
I'm not
the first season
excited.
was universally
I'll
panned.
stop.
I'm
the bit.
not.
So, is this one supposed to be any better than the first one?
Yes. And actually seeing Danny Rand and Luke Cage gave me hope. So I'm going to try it.
I need to get Netflix for a month and I'm going to binge shows. Oh.
You don't have to do that.
I have no desire to watch the new Iron Fist. Just tell me if it's actually good.
I'll do that. Yeah.
I would like to know also.
I'm tentatively optimistic about that. If it fails me, then I'll be very sad, and you'll hear my vitriol and anger come out next week. Let's see what else we got up in the old Ken brain. Oh yeah. Let's see. Completely drew a blank, guys. Forgot what I was gonna say.
Turns out what's in the old Ken brain is basically just two mice doing suplex. That's pretty much.
Yeah, and and they're both tired after they do it, so they both have to lay down.
Yeah.
God. Oh. This has nothing to do with.
Adorable. I want to see that now.
You're a weird dude. This has nothing to do with anything else, but I had to go to a family reunion. I was not excited about that. See, I'm not very, personable.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah. This is a gimmick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not a people person. I don't like people. I'd rather be left alone.
Oh.
And my family should know this by now. but they don't care. So I have to go to things like this. And I'll be miserable the whole time. But hey, whatever. It's just what happens. It's amazing that anyone actually likes me.
I like you. You apparently don't like me.
I do like you. Antisocial does not mean that I don't like people. I like people just fine. I just don't like interacting with people.
Oh, well, that's so much better. Thank you, Kenji.
Yeah, it is.
You went so high there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was at a show this weekend, a wrestling show.
Yeah.
And I did something very dumb that I'm never going to do again for as long as I live.
Wrestling?
No, I'm going to keep doing that. It's in the process of wrestling that I did something very dumb that I'm never going to do again because it was terrifying. So, you know how sometimes people jump off the ropes and stuff, and it's cool, and everyone cheers because it looks dangerous and stuff. And sometimes guys will even throw in a nifty little flip when they do it. I, for some reason, had wild hair up my ass on this particular night to go up to the top rope and stand up and get up even higher on the post at the edge of the ring and jump off forward while rotating backwards in a flip to the concrete floor.
That was stupid on several levels.
Yes, it was. And it was terrifying. And the only reason I did it was because of it. And it will never happen again.
Was because of what? Sorry?
Adrenaline. And it will never happen again. And you know the worst part? There's not even video of it.
Oh, can't you?
It's not my fault. I don't record it. Other people record these things. Sometimes the promotion records these things. But on this particular night, there was a promotion that does not record their stuff. So I don't have it. I didn't die. So there's that. As you can see or hear, I'm still alive. And I didn't hurt myself because the only reason I even did this is because there was like 4 other people down on the floor to catch me.
You're a ghost.
That'd be cool.
You died. It's true. We're haunted.
I mean, I'd have no problems with that. That sounds cool.
I like the name Hauntcast. Can we be the Hauntcast until scary stories that aren't actually scary?
Wait till Halloween.
We can be the Fandom Flux Hauntcast on Halloween, where Ken's a ghost because he killed himself wrestling.
And I, of course, would be Patient Zero.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That was pretty clever. I like that.
Yeah.
What's Zero gonna be?
I can't be Patient Zero now. He already took my thing.
Yeah, that's true.
How about Null?
That's a superhero thing. We're looking for like scary stuff. Get it? Because Ken wrote a story with superheroes. It was named Null.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jokes.
No one else gets that.
I get it.
I should note that that idea came from Broken Zone, the Crossbrains vocal, New Zealander, head of the audiobook.
Huh, okay. Anything else, Ken? That's what we were doing. Yeah.
Yeah, not really. I have all next week off, so I'm really looking forward to that. I don't have to go to work for a week.
You
starting
took
Friday.
a week off so you could play Spider-Man, didn't you?
It just ended up working out that way.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't do that.
Okay, I believe you.
But I'm
More
really
in
happy
jokes.
that
So,
Yes, just like I believe you about the complete coincidence of the random number generator in every word show.
several things.
People don't know about that until tomorrow. So
I know.
several things lined up at once for me to take this time off. Like there's a show I got to put together on Sunday, and I have to be on it, so I can't work that night. So I was like, I might as well take the week off now. Also, I haven't had any time off all summer, so I damn well want my time off. So yeah.
Also, Spider-Man.
Yes, Spider-Man came up, and it was also a good thing that it happened now, so I can play it without worrying about anything else. And if anyone tries to bother me over the next week, I'm going to kick their ass. Leave me alone for a week. I'm going to disappear. Fade into the ether.
I mean, so we're not recording with you next week?
If you keep asking me questions, no, I'm not.
I'm very confused.
Just
I'm a little sad because I'm still not sure whether Ken actually likes me or not, or if he's just still doing a bit.
You know what? Right now, I'm leaning towards no.
Oh.
Stop being needy.
But that's my default setting.
Antisocial people hate needy people.
Oh.
You know, he speaks the truth.
Yeah, it's true.
So I say what you've been doing.
Not much, honestly, but two big things. Well, one small thing and one big thing. Smaller thing is I'm going to be playing Pillars of Eternity. I've finally been seduced by the Deadfire skin pack for the Vox Machina.
I somehow heard that as Pillows of Eternity, and that just sounds like the best game ever.
It does. Oh, man, I could use some of that. But yeah, so I'm 2 gigabytes into a 14 gigabyte download for that. So that's going to take me another week.
I'm waiting for that to come to Switch.
I think the second one's coming to Switch. I don't think the first one is.
Yeah, the second one is.
That's
Deadfire.
right.
That's what he said.
Slicer downloads everything at a glacial speed. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean,
as a metric, ladies and gentlemen, he remembered he could download that when we started recording, which was 100 minutes ago. 2 gigabytes.
I mean, I haven't been downloading it since we started because that would have destroyed my connection.
Then why are you downloading it now?
The 2 gigs I have downloaded are from yesterday. I was downloading it most of yesterday. Yeah, 2 gigs in a day. It's great. It's just fucking awesome. Thankfully, my work has pretty good Wi-Fi, and I've been taking my laptop to work, so I'm just going to steal bandwidth from them. I'm sure that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's not going to cause you any problems in the future.
Nobody's commented on me bringing a laptop yet, and I've been doing it for like 4 months now. So, whatever. We work night shift. There's like 7 people there. But the other thing is, my PayPal was hacked.
Oh no.
Well, actually, no. My Amazon, or no, eBay. eBay was hacked, and it was linked to my PayPal.
Oh.
So, I want you guys to guess what the person who hacked my eBay account bought.
Porn.
That was my first guess.
That's a solid guess, but no.
Legos.
Very close.
Roblox.
Duplos?
More specific. It is the thing you put together.
Models.
Jigsaw.
It's a Gundam. Somebody bought a fucking $70 Gundam.
Yes.
Some motherfucker stole my account and bought a fucking Gundam. Like, not like fancy shit. Like, well, I guess it is fancy since it's a $70 Gundam, but still.
God, Gundam was not to your standards.
Slicer, I just want you to know that whoever stole your account would be very mad at you just calling it a Gundam. It's Gunpla.
Of course, yeah.
I am enjoying that Gundam, by the way. Thanks for that, Slicer.
They definitely deserve all of the respect. So, yeah, that was a good 14 hours of me getting double authentication on everything I own and reinforcing accounts, changing passwords. The good news, though, PayPal is, like, really good about getting you your money back. It took them, like, half an hour to refund my money. And considering it was 3 in the morning, like, that's pretty good. So yeah, that has essentially been my past 2 weeks. I've just been reading stuff and watching stuff. I've been browsing Netflix, but the stuff on there is so generic. It all just kind of, I don't know, blends together in a pile of mush.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There are some diamonds in the rough, but only if you have the patience to slog through them. And while I have the patience, I don't have the volition.
Yeah. I watched the 100. I mentioned that. I got 2 seasons in and just kind of stopped because it just got so full of drama, and it ended on a decent note at the end of season 2. I'm starting the Between, but the only reason I'm doing that is because the blonde from iCarly is on there, and I think she's cute. No other reason did that show stand out against any of the other bland bullshit.
Okay.
You know, I gotta support your drive there.
If you have any good recommendations for Netflix shows, please tell me, because I cannot find jack shit.
No, jack shit is on Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
It
it was a good joke.
No, it
Well
wasn't.
Well, if it makes you feel better, BoJack Horseman 2 seasons next week.
I cannot watch that show.
Yeah,
I
I
watched
watched it a
several
while
seasons of
ago,
it.
and I
Yeah.
told Slicer, and he was like,
I was in a better place in my life when I saw the first 2 or 3 seasons of that show. I cannot handle that right now. It's far too depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you at the time you had watched the second season, and I was watching the third, and I was like, yeah, depressing. Yeah, you don't go back to it. just don't. Something like that. So,
That's good television.
it was.
It's
I
certainly something television.
think for what it was, I think season 3 was a really good ending. I don't know whether 4 took it to an interesting place or not, but hello.
I'm here.
I can hear you. I thought you were going to keep going with that. But
No, I
Yeah,
don't want to
that's-
spoil anything, so I can't really go into details. But I thought season 3 ended on a really good note.
that's fair. Yeah, that's me. It's the most I've had to talk about in a few weeks, so that's not kind of nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of sorry it took someone hacking my fucking account to have something interesting to talk about. But hey,
I mean, I'm not sorry. Well, I'm kind of sorry. You shouldn't.
I'm just happy I
Money.
got that gunpla.
Yeah. How much it cost you, Zero?
Well, $70.
what an amazing coincidence.
Yeah. So Zero. Aside from getting a gunpla somehow, what else have you been doing?
It's funny because I'm last second week in a row. You woo!
Really? Oh, I
think
thought I was changing it up.
last time.
Oh well.
I might have been last the time before that. I feel like I'm last more often than not. But anyway, this week has been, school has been happening. I had an online class where we had a class meeting, like through this third party video, green share call app thing, like a business version of Skype. Kind of thing.
TeamSpeak?
No, it was Zoom.
Not TeamSpeak.
Not even
Team Viewer.
Or TeamViewer or whatever. But got into that call with my teacher, and I was late because my internet dropped a minute before the thing was supposed to start. So I got in there 5 minutes late. I was kind of it's a bit awkward, but I muted my mic and was listening to the teacher talk. And then 15 minutes into that, her connection just cut out completely. And then me and the other students were just there, kind of just awkward. We waited 10 minutes for her and she didn't come back. We're like, well, I guess this is over now. See you all later. And I don't know if I actually got points for that. So,
The internet age, ladies and gentlemen.
we shall see if I got screwed over by the internet. in the future, but I don't know. Aside from that, I basically it's just been school starting up. I have most of my classes are online. I went and I saw the new Mission Impossible movie.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
The villain really gets it hard.
Ew.
Yes.
Like, yes, exactly. That is the hardest I've seen somebody get just murdered in a while.
Ew.
But yeah.
You mean Tom Hardy?
Ugh. But anyway, I had a weird response watching that movie where it's just like, I want Tom Cruise to fail. I got into that weird mentality where, like, wouldn't it be so interesting if this character that they've been building up and simultaneously been like, yeah, he's the best, if he just kind of actually turned out that this thing was right or this thing was wrong, and he wasn't just the hero in this. But
then what?
Then he was just the hero in it.
I mean, it's Mission Impossible. It's not exactly...
I know, but I can always hope for a turret twist of expectations.
In that kind of franchise, not so much. It sells on its predictability.
Yeah, there's so many of what I would just call, you activated my trap card. No, you activated my trap card. No, you activated my trap card. Back and forth. It's kind of hilarious. But the action's real good. Aside from that, let's see. It's been... I bought The Messenger on Switch, which that's the indie game where you start off in the past, where it's like 8-bit, and eventually you travel through time to like 16-bit, and it's time traveling, and it's kind of Ninja Gaiden.
So it's Evil Land, but slightly different.
It's
what it sounds like.
It's like Evo Land, but like Shovel Knight.
Okay.
Is kind of more, because it's a platformer with combat, whereas Evil Land was more of, it switched entire game genres.
Yeah, Evil Land was not really about whatever the game's story was. It was more about the story of game development and trends moving forward, I guess.
Like in Evo Land 1, there was an entire level that was just Diablo.
Yeah.
So it very much varied. Evo Land 2 was very good. So still like that game. But aside from that, which I've been playing recently, as in this morning, and then during the podcast. Which, hey, I was saved for last so I could play more of that game and also talk sometimes.
Okay.
That's a good game. I haven't gone to the part where it switches to like 16-bit, so looking forward to that. Very, very fun though. Has a mechanic where you have to, like, there's a cloud jump. In order to do a cloud jump, which is a double jump, you have to hit something and then hit the jump button immediately afterwards. So that adds a layer of difficulty to the platforming. In terms of like shows, I probably should catch up. I never saw the most recent season of Luke Cage, so I probably should watch that before I get into any more of the Marvel shows, because I've been out of the loop for a while now.
Yep. I need to binge Jessica Jones. I need to binge Luke Cage. I need to binge Iron. We'll get back to Iron Fist 2 when Ken gives us a verdict.
In addition, I also went and I saw. Well, I didn't go anywhere; it was online. But I saw the Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel movie, which is like part 1 of 3.
Uh,
Because Fate Stay Night, has 3 roots. Unlimited Blade Works got an anime and a movie. Fate Stay got an anime that's a lot of people don't like, and Heaven's Feel is the third and final route, and it's getting adapted into 3 movies. And first movie, pretty good. I forgot how hard everybody dies really early on in that route. Lots of people die really fast. Does not waste any time.
It's weird how far Fate Stay Night came since just starting as a porn visual novel.
Then they re-released the visual novel and took out all the porn
Yeah.
and added more story because that's what people actually cared about.
Yeah. And then there was an
And
anime.
then people made their own porn.
And then there was another anime. And then there was a mobile game casino. And then there was films. Wow.
There was the anime. There's tons of spin-offs. Fate Apocrypha, which is another spin-off anime, is kind of bad. Don't watch that. Fate Zero is really good, from what I've heard. Still haven't seen that. And then there's the Fate Grand Order mobile game, which every now and then I'm tempted to reinstall.
Yeah, that's how those work.
But it's okay now because I have another new gacha game and I'm not spending any money on it, and I'm a good boy.
Zero. Why?
Look, the rate you get free stuff like so much, and then the rate for getting a super rare is like 7%, and that's way higher than Fate Grand Order's 1%.
How generous.
Yeah, and I haven't really had to spend money on it at all. So that's nice. Because it actually seems more fair and balanced. So yay.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm being abused and getting told to hand over my wallet, which is nice. Most things in that game are not even purchasable with the paid currency.
So Zero, what else have you been doing?
Aside from killing myself with gacha games, which is a slow process. And will eventually
what
happen.
else have you been doing?
Not too terribly much that I can really think of at the moment. My brain is kind of blank. There was a D&D session in which we've had to. It's the state of like one day has passed over the course of the last 2 sessions. Like 2 sessions taking place in the span of one day, because so much happened with so many conversations, and yeah, one character got out of a really bad deal they made with a demon by making another deal with something way more powerful. So yay, that's probably not going to be bad. Yeah, lots of fun. But I think that's about it for me. I'm still waiting to hear Nintendo do anything or say anything about their online service, which is launching this month, by the way.
Yeah. So, Zero reminded me of a thing. I played in a D&D game last week, and I was totally supposed to talk about it, and I completely blanked on it until Zero mentioned D&D. So, it was a game with... Oh, God, how do I pronounce his name? Sinus, I'm going to say is how I pronounce his name. Which is not confusing at all. And he ran the game, and it was a game with a bunch of other authors that I didn't know, but now I do, so that's cool. And I recorded it, and it will probably go up on the channel at some point. Not sure when. Hopefully this week. Maybe next week. There's a little bit of stuff that I need to do to it, because There was music at one point that was copyrighted that I need to get rid of, and some bits of dead air and some background noise that I should probably clean up. So, yeah, but that'll
Were
come out.
they? I mean, I don't think you would actually record that without their permission or anything, but like,
No, they
did
asked me
they
to. That's why they
accommodate
wanted
you?
me on the thing.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they were trying to be accommodating to your recording, or if it was just like they were just playing as they would.
No, that was the advice I gave. Like at the start of it was like, just forget that the recording is happening. It's not important.
That's fair.
So that was fun.
What character are you playing?
Yeah,
I basically co-opted a character that I created for the campaign I ran for my sister, which was just a wizard, but not a especially good one, and not good
Yes, he has
with people and the talking. So that kind of character.
Okay. So Caleb before Caleb was a thing, but worse.
Oh,
I mean, worse as in socially, not as
Yeah,
in worse character.
Caleb is antisocial. Arvin isn't necessarily antisocial, just not good at it and very nervous a lot of the time. So,
Ah, gotcha.
yeah. That was fun. Had good fun with it.
Sweet.
That's pretty much it, though. That's all.
I can't
I
wait
got.
for the other campaign I'm in, because in that I get to play a luchador.
What do you know about luchadors?
I've watched some luchadors.
Didn't you already
around.
play one in a previous campaign?
I
What
played
was-
one briefly, but I never got to really play him for long. And now I get to play him and be fun. And there's a special homebrew luchador class, which makes me happy.
Yeah, I feel like it was just a thing that you threw rocks and killed people with them or something.
Oh yes, that happened. This is the same character I'm bringing back.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm going to kill more people by throwing rocks.
Don't kill any dragons doing it because that'd be lame.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Yeah. So, recommendations? Also, Patreon hasn't gone through yet, as far as I'm aware, based on mine.
Not.
So,
Yeah, I don't. I haven't seen it come through yet.
I think Patreon is having more issues. I haven't heard a lot about it compared to the first time this happened, but things
Yeah.
are still happening.
I did receive an email about that, and yeah, I think it's because a lot of things are happening in terms of payment methods. Like, I think it's prepaid debit cards from like stores like Walmart, I guess. I don't really know how that works, but those aren't being accepted anymore, and PayPal will not allow payments to go through for adult content on Patreon. They just outright refuse, which is kind of a dick move and not what their job is, but whatever.
I'm just gonna check my patron list and see who got declined. Because boy, I'd be saving a lot of money this month.
Yeah. So, that's a thing. But doesn't really affect me very much. Probably won't affect us very much unless any of our patrons use prepaid debit cards, in which case you probably check.
Or unless we are classified as adult content.
We're not.
Which, to be fair, oh no.
And we are doing Aiken next week. Aiken.
Thanks, Ken. Spoilers.
I don't care.
Alright. Recommendations.
Yes.
I have one.
2.
So, what do you get when you cross One Piece with Venom from Spider-Man, or the Borg,
A fever
Or-
dream?
the
Kenshi.
virus prototype, or the Space Marines from Warhammer 40,000?
Definitely Kenshi.
You get Accept the Embrace, the latest One Piece fic by Duncan Idaho 2014.
This is a name I recognize for reasons. I forget
Yeah.
why. This was the really, really good one, right? Yes, New Game
Yeah.
Plus. That was the guy.
Yes. So, the synopsis, the summary of the story is short and sweet. Luffy eats a falling star. Now an alien slime is slowly going to take over the planet. But don't worry. We are here to help.
I just like the image that puts in my head of there is a meteorite crashing to Earth and Luffy just fucking Kirby style jumps in the air and just catches it with his mouth. That's just great. I like that. Hello?
I am honestly conflicted about this story. It's high quality, but if you know anything about the things that I suggested crossing over with it, you know exactly how much of an experiment this story is, which Duncan himself acknowledged. I honestly do not know where this story is going to, but he's already posted 5 chapters. Look at it and see what you think. I myself cannot say whether or not I like it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time somebody's recommended something that they are interested in but aren't quite sure about.
Anyone else?
Yes.
I'm still reading with this ring, so nothing. I got like 2 pages left. I'm on 72 of 74.
Kensu?
Yeah. So for those of you that may know or not know, Eminem dropped an album Friday night.
He did. Kamikaze. I listened to it.
Yes. I happen to think it's great. Makes me really pine for the days when Eminem was angry all the time.
I appreciate it. I think it's good.
It's better than the last thing he did.
That's true, but he still very much seems to be on the whole trap bandwagon for better or worse, and that's not a thing I can get behind.
What, trap as in he did it?
As in, he's still just kind of got those influences in his music currently.
Pretty sure he did it just to prove, hey, look, I can do this too, and it sucks. But hey, whatever. So I'm recommending Kamikaze. Listen to it. There are about 6 songs on that entire album of like 13 songs and 2 are skits that I have on repeat. So, yes, thumbs up from Kenshi. If you enjoy Eminem, angry Eminem, then probably won't want this. I like it.
Also, Marshall Mathers LP 2, which is actually way better, but that's probably an unfair comparison.
It is.
Yeah, a little bit. It's definitely an unfair comparison to compare it to Marshall Mathers LP 1 or
the Slim Shady LP or the Eminem Show.
LP, yeah, or the Eminem Show. He's done some good albums. He has.
His bar was set too high. He can never jump those hurdles again. It's not possible.
Yeah.
So grading
anything
anything
with LP2 though.
So like grading anything he's done from after that point is not fair. I have to compare it to other things, not his own stuff.
Yeah. It was the best part of his career, but also it was the best time for that kind of music. And it's not anymore. So yeah, that kind of thing's kind of out of style. So if he does it again, which I don't know, maybe he could, it wouldn't land as well.
So if you feel like reminiscing on the old days a bit with something new, then I would get Kamikaze.
Hmm.
Because he's angry again.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time of it being like, hey, he's angry again, and he's working with Dre again, and all that stuff, it also seems almost like this was just like, okay, fuck it, everyone's giving me shit, so I'll just scribble down some fucking really simple angry shit and just chuck it out there. Like, this just fucking dropped with no fanfare, so.
And it's like already made like an ass load of money.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Yeah. I mean, if LP2 is anything to go by, he doesn't actually care about making money at this point, but, you know, whatever.
I mean, if he doesn't care, then he could always slide a few bucks my way. That'd be great.
Yeah. All right. I have a recommendation. It is called End of the Line. Also, I should probably put Kamikaze as the thing. Kamikaze. There we go. End of the Line is a Harry Potter fic. It is a post Battle of Hogwarts Harry Potter fic set in the afterlife, where all of the characters that died are going to their final rest. And it's actually a really nice little story. I'm going to say probably just the first 2 chapters would be fine. The first one is who's the first one? I think it's Snape. Yeah, it's Snape. And the second chapter is Fred and George Weasley. The second chapter is amazing. Like, legitimately amazing. I don't know whether I put this on my favorite list, but it is going on my favorite list now if it wasn't already. Just for the second chapter. So, yeah, it is a very good story. With a really good running joke of the British humour variety, and I really appreciate it. So, yeah, that's my recommendation.
Sweet.
I don't think there's anything else. Like I said, the Patreon
I got
thing
nothing.
hasn't gone through, so there's nothing yet. We're already running over an hour, so that's fine. Longer show than usual. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for listening to the Fandom Flux podcast episode 233. That was it. Patient told me. He's great. If you would like to get in contact with us, you can do so through the YouTube channel comments or through our own private Discord that is public, that anyone can join. But
you're making my brain hurt. Stop.
Yeah, so there's a link to that in the description. Just if you want to join, go ahead. If you would like to donate on Patreon, we would very much appreciate it. It goes towards us getting the things we need, like getting Slicer a new goddamn microphone or something. I don't fucking know. And once again, thanks for listening to the Fandom Flux podcast episode 233. Sorry, the Fandom Flux podcast. I really should say the full name every now and again.
Yes. And feel free to check out Anime Refund. We'd appreciate your input on what we have to say about the shows and our ideas for how they could be better.
Yeah, watch some terrible shows with this. Shut up,
Way to
Slicer.
sell it. Way to absolutely just sell this show.
Shut up, Slicer.
I mean, it's a 90-10 split for like shitty good shows. So yeah, most of it's gonna be shit.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.